They mad, your soul came from rags to riches. Now you're efficient. You weren't meant to stay in that condition. Okay, that's what I just heard. So somebody's mad because you didn't stay in a position that they thought you would stay in. And that's like normal. I guess this is what people do. we know that this is what people do. I don't know why Spirit wants to bring it up right now, but this is what just came to me. It felt like a bar. Okay, I think my ancestor that be rapping is here right now, because you know I'm not a rapper, but it felt like a bar. Okay, so it doesn't have to be financially. It could also be your emotional stability, okay, that we're talking about here. Your emotional, your ability to take things for what they are, as well as feel comfortable with it, you know. And there's many things that it was expected that you wouldn't feel comfortable in this space. There's people that are very resentful for whatever reason. You know, a lot of times people that want you to be a certain way or do something is because they're very selfish or very controlling. So if you're able to go outside of the box that they tried to put you in, it could anger them. It can make them feel like they didn't accomplish their goal, basically, because there's many people that they live by a goal to destroy and not build. So you recognize that you were around someone who is a destroyer. Now, I feel like someone who is healthy can destroy and build. They're balanced. They know the dark side of themselves as well as the light side, masculine and feminine. They have balance. They know how to wield their energy, right? They know how to do that. They're in the middle and they just know how to just, you know. So you've shown many that you know how to balance your energy. And this was not expected. And I heard it was actually unintentional for you. You were just doing your thing. I don't even know if many of you even know how far you've gotten. I think many of you haven't even like recognized how far you've gotten, or it's almost like Spirit wants you to analyze things that you've gone through, to take a step back to look at things that have happened so you could see how far you've come and things that you've done that are different from before, ways that you choose to behave that are different from before. Spirit wants you to take more time looking at that, because it means a lot to those that you love and those that love you, as well as your future. Your ability to shift your ways has changed things in ways that are blind to you. Because you will never be able to actually see what could have happened if you had have done certain things. However, you don't even realize how much you were able to curb yourself. That's given like emotional restraint. There were times where you could have went off on somebody or actually really hurt someone. And not just, I'm not talking about just like something small. I'm talking about, I heard significant rage, where you could have made a decision that could have changed your life and could have ended some type of existence. And that's, I'm just going to leave that there because it just got deep. So there's things that you could have done, and there's ways that you could have responded, and you chose to respond in a way that led you to a place of awareness more than anything. It's feeling like awareness. And there's just so many people that just never saw this for you, but you didn't care about what other people saw or what they felt or how they behaved towards you. You didn't care about any of that, and you did not let it stop you from moving forward the way that you felt was right. You didn't allow those I heard funny faces and strange places to make you feel as though that you are disregarded in spirit. So many of you could have made decisions within peer pressure. I just heard maybe did some things that you're not really proud of because of the environment that you were in, like the people that you were around. They were into some things that you ended up getting into just because you were in that environment, and it was kind of like, go ahead, like, do that. Or like, yeah, it's fine, nobody has to know. I'm just getting that kind of like energy where someone's pushing you to do something that might not be the best for you. I feel like many of you have been exposed to that energy, and it was hard for you. You could have even been exposed to that energy where you were trying to stop a certain something, and as soon as you were trying to stop, then somebody's coming through like, here, take that. You want some? You could have it. You can have it if you want to. No, you don't have to pay anything. Here, just take it. I feel like many of you were in like that type of situation where you finally made a decision to leave something alone. And then as soon as you did that, all of a sudden it was right in your face, and it was just like given to you. And I heard some of you may have given in and then were disappointed in yourself after. But many of you, even if you did that a few times, eventually you finally said, no, honey, stop this. I don't want it. Now listen to what I said and don't ask me anymore. And that's when you really prove to yourself that you're taking yourself seriously. Maybe there was a point where you really didn't take yourself seriously. You didn't take your life seriously even at some point. But you might not have even been looking at it that deep. It could have been you just in your young mind. Because as a young person, you know, I feel as though younger people are more daring. They just do things because they want to know. They want to try. They want to see. You know, and you could have been in that energy as well. So when you were in that energy, people just deemed you to just be someone who was not going to make any types of moves just because of how you were moving then. But I heard they shut you off from the world to act as if a person can't change. That's lame. I just feel like that's always going to be lame when people do that, because for one to learn, that's our whole life. That's our whole existence, to learn. So when a person just doesn't hope the best for someone, regardless of the decisions that they make, it's sad, especially if they're still young. Like, they're still young. Give them a chance to grow. Give them a chance to learn. Just don't cancel them out that fast. And I feel like many people did that to you. When you were younger, you may have made some decisions that could have been looked at as questionable, but it really wasn't you per se. It was your environment. You know, a lot of people forget about that part. A lot of people forget about how influenced we are by our environment. And then they just try to just point the finger at the person, knowing or not really taking heed to their awareness to know that the environment does in fact influence. And you have to be a strong person to be around a bunch of individuals that are doing a certain thing that's not the best, and you don't do it. I heard the only time that is possible is if someone's fearful, or if they really genuinely just came out different, and then they went through something that shook them up to the point where they're like, I'm not trying to mess up my life. I am not doing that anymore. You know, so those are the possibilities in that energy. But it's just like so many people counted you out, and you feel it and you felt it. You still probably do feel it for some of you. But they don't even matter. It's just a highlight for you to recognize the fact that some people haven't grown to be aware. And these could be people that are intelligent too, in a certain way. But when it comes to emotional intelligence and understanding people, excuse me, and how everybody's different, and just accepting that, if you can't accept people for their differences, and you allow yourself to live life from a judgmental stance in everything, it really it removes the chance to grow and learn when you look at people from a perspective of a lower vibration of thinking. And so, oh, one moment please.